group of students received welts, believing that they had been shot with BBs at the time. Responding officers then used surveillance footage to identify the vehicle that the suspect was in. They then tracked down that vehicle to the apartment of UGA defensive lineman Warren Brinson. They say Brinson admitted to officers that he had shot at the students using a water pellet gun and that he believed they were his friends. However, UGA insiders tell us that Brinson was allegedly taking part in the Orbeez TikTok challenge, where people are encouraged to shoot gel-filled beads at strangers. The incident comes at a time when police across the metro Atlanta area have been sharing warnings about fake splatter guns and the viral TikTok challenge. The football player turned himself in late last night. He is facing 2 misdemeanor charges. I reached out to the athletic department to see if the arrest will impact his ability to play this season, and I'm still waiting to hear back. Cheryl.
He's not charged with any crime at this point. So you shoot a man, almost kill him, and then there's no charges.
No charges until now. 2 former East Point police officers are charged with breaking the law while on duty. They shot a suspected car thief who was running away from them, and he was paralyzed from the neck down. One of the 2 former officers, once they're booked, they'll fight the charges against them. They insist this shooting was justified. John Schierick has more.
Was he the author of his own misfortune, paralyzed for life from the neck down? Or was he the victim of police officers using excessive force against him? Devin Nolly, a suspected car thief back in December 2018, police ultimately stopped him on I-285, and he was running away, unarmed, into the woods. Now a Fulton County grand jury is charging the 2 East Point police officers who shot Nolly in the back as he ran away, paralyzing him. Rodney Etienne and Sharon Nicole Varner are charged with felonies, including aggravated assault.
The DA's office has determined that no matter what my client had did, that the officers used excessive force, and that's the real issue in this case.
Jackie Patterson of the Atlanta law firm The Bentley Lawyer represents Nolly in his $30 million lawsuit against the officers and the city of East Point. Nolly lives now in a facility in West Georgia, where he got the news the officers were indicted.
He certainly feels like there's some justice. We're thrilled that the district attorney took action on this case.
But Atlanta attorney Don Samuel, who represents now former East Point police officer Rodney Etienne, says that during an earlier part of the chase, Nolly is the one who attacked the officer, tried to drive into him, so the shooting later at the end of the chase was justified.
He was clearly a fleeing felon. He posed a danger to the community. He had just committed aggravated assault on the police officers. They have an obligation to apprehend the fleeing felon, use the force that's necessary to do so.
So was it justified use of force, or was it excessive force? All of it now in the hands of the courts.
John Schierick reporting for us. As for the accusations that he was driving a stolen car and tried to run into police, there is no jail record or court record that we've been able to find to confirm whether Nolly was ever charged after he was shot and paralyzed. It's going to be cool and breezy today. It might even be frosty in some parts of the north and Georgia tonight. Meteorologist Melissa Nord joining us now. Melissa, more changes heading our way into the weekend.
Yes, and for those avid spring gardeners, the next couple of nights you might want to cover up those sensitive plants. We do have some frost advisories, freeze warnings in effect for those North Georgia counties, and I'll get to those in a second. But let's get you through your Friday afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. We started with a lot of sunshine, but this is a live look over Truist Park. You notice these clouds starting to build in, starting to see a few more clouds and even the chance of an isolated shower this afternoon, along with some gusty west winds. They'll be gusting close to 30 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. Even though we're in the mid-50s around the metro, 58 in Peachtree City, Covington is 55, North Georgia Mountains still in the 40s. So it is a noticeably cooler day. Those clouds more prominent up in far North Georgia, along with a couple of isolated light showers. This is all pivoting around, though, big area of low pressure. Very impressive to look at on satellite and radar, but that's driving in this chillier air for the start to the weekend. So here's the hour-by-hour forecast showing this afternoon. Many of us are stuck in the 50s in the metro, and for the North Georgia mountains, close to 50, if not just the 40s the next few hours, with a 20% chance of an isolated shower here. Now, I think those showers are going to clear out in time for first pitch this evening out at Truist Park. But tonight, the cold air really settles in. So dress in some layers if you're going to be out there for the 7:20 first pitch. We'll start off in the 50s, but then as the game is going on, we'll likely tumble into the upper 40s, still a little bit breezy. Now, overnight tonight, winds are going to lax a bit. So this will be a recipe for some colder temperatures. Frost advisory for northwest Georgia all the way down to Douglas County, and a freeze warning up in far north Georgia where the temperatures are going to be right at or below freezing tonight. I think we'll stay above that frost threshold inside the perimeter tonight. But look at this: Canton 36, Marietta 37, 33 in Carrollton, and 36 in Rome. So a cold night ahead tonight. This cold snap doesn't last too long, though. I'll walk you through the warming trend for the second half of the weekend coming up in just a bit. Cheryl?
All right, Melissa, we are looking forward to warmer weather. Thank you. Georgia Senator Reverend Raphael Warnock has tested positive for COVID-19. Senator Warnock made the announcement on Twitter last night and says he is thankful to be vaccinated and boosted. Senator Warnock says he plans to isolate under doctor's advice. Right now, the Georgia Department of Public Health is reporting about 400 cases a day. We are still seeing a slight decrease overall following the peak of the Omicron variant in Georgia. It is a historic day as the U.S. Senate confirms Ketanji Brown Jackson, the first black woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court. 11 Alive's Dawn White spoke with a local black female judge and a law professor about what Judge Jackson may bring to the table.
8 of the 9 judges here at Clayton County Magistrate Court are black women, and this picture of them went viral. One of those judges tells me she hopes the confirmation will allow for better representation on the highest courts in the nation.
On this vote, the yeas are 53, the nays are 47, and this nomination is confirmed.
51 other U.S. senators joined Georgia Senators Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff, making Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson the 116th justice and first black woman to serve on the U.S. Supreme Court.
To see her rise to the level of the highest court in the land, it's amazing, and it really makes you speechless.
Clayton County Magistrate Court Associate Judge Candace Hill Duvernay dreamed of a career in law as a young black woman.
I've wanted to be an attorney since I've been in high school. I have spoken at schools all across Metro Atlanta, and when they see little old me coming in there from Clayton County, Georgia, I see their eyes, the ladies' eyes light up. I can only imagine what those little girls are thinking now, seeing someone who has risen to the highest court in the land.
It's overdue. It's a long time coming. It's a great day in America.
Atlanta NAACP President Richard Rose hopes this encourages the confirmation of